get strong enough to walk away from that because I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm the third party.
Right?
You're right.
Do that, and I got tired.
What was the last straw?
What broke
this camel's back and said, okay, I'm out. We're separated.
He ended up in the hospital, and I brought some exhibits for the court to prove.
Okay.
Okay,
Why
you
don't
why
you
don't you
step
step
to the
into the monitor, please?
Okay. Mr. Anderson got sick November, day before Thanksgiving's Eve. He had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Yeah.
And we went to the hospital.
Okay.
He had to have emergency surgery. He had an ulcer perforated in his stomach.
Oh my God.
As I'm sitting there, I go through his phone. And the first thing I seen was a Hey Big Head text. Where I'm from, Hey Big Head is side chick lingo.
What else made you
God.
say, okay, I gotta go?
Okay, we were supposed to go to a club together. Mr. Anderson decided at the last minute he wasn't gonna go. I went to the party alone. When I came home from the club, Mr. Anderson had locked me out the house. I left and stayed with a family member. When I came home that evening, when he woke up that morning, first thing he said to me, I don't want this. I don't want you anymore. I don't want this marriage anymore, and I am leaving you.
I want you to tell the whole truth.
Wow.
You want to see Trinity here?
What happened after that was he decided that he was going to leave and go to New York to stay with a family member.
Okay.
He would no longer wanted the relationship, and this was prior 5 days up to him leaving to go to New York. I looked him in his face and I told him, if you don't want me, this is the last time you're gonna actually tell me in my face you don't want me. I meant that. So what I decided to do was let him go. You wanna leave? Leave. A day before he decides to leave, oh well, I'm going to leave to go to New York, but I'm coming back. I'm going to stay with a family member.
And then returns to the house with a
What a
backache.
backache.
What's the significance of
of
that?
Okay, the significance is Mr. Anderson has had about 2 operations on his back. He has
2 operations. Wow, that's like phenomenal.
screws in his back, and he cannot take travel in a car, a bus, a train, even a plane, longer than an hour, hour and a half. Mr. Anderson claims he was in New York. We're in Connecticut. That's less than an hour ride.
Yeah.
He claims that's where he was, but once he came home, his body was exhibiting behavior of a much longer trip. We had back spasms, we had legs shaking, you couldn't sleep at night. I had to get up and make you heating pads for his body to sleep. Your girlfriend should have did that. She the one you went to sleep.
So you think the fact
Exactly.
that he came home with a backache means that he was, a longer distance than
I
New York?
believe that he traveled from Connecticut to Georgia.
Why Georgia?
Why
Because
Georgia?
The young lady lives in Georgia. Once I contacted her, she lives in Georgia.
Which young lady?
Which young
The
lady?
young lady that he left to go see the Hey Big Head.
Mr. Anderson?
Mr. Anderson,
you
you
left
left for
30
30
days?
days.
Were you in Georgia?
Were you in
No, I was
Georgia?
in New York. And the reason my back was hurting is because when I was in New York, I was doing street activities and I was up constantly.
So the fact that you didn't contact her during this time was just to teach her a lesson?
Yeah, like I just want you to know how it feels.
It wasn't because you were with some other woman?
No, it had nothing to do with that. And I told her that after I came back. I said, I wanted you to know how I feel, but it backfired because she obviously don't feel for me the way I feel for her. So when she stays out and don't call and I can't reach her, when my wife is gone and she's out like that, I worry. Yes, I do.
Well, Miss Allen, I noticed that you have another point there, contacted other woman. Tell me about that.
I contacted her initially myself. As soon as I asked her questions, she blocked and deleted me.
Okay.
But I did get her
Oh,
to
no.
respond once I started texting her from Mr. Anderson's phone.
You catfish.
Yes, I
You
did.
catfished
All right,
her.
and you
Good.
submitted those
And you
submitted those messages to the
correct?
court.
I did.
You wrote, you're acting like you didn't like it.
It could have been better.
Ha.
Our protection?
What
What
protection?
It's her belief that her response is, we didn't use protection while having sex, correct?
Absolutely.
Ah.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Get back to the podium,
please.
Mr. Anderson, who is this woman who responded, it could have been better, when the text was sent posing as you're acting like you didn't like it? Because the natural response would have been, what are you talking about?
That's what I originally said. When all this was brought to me, I was flabbergasted because I really didn't know what was going on. I know the person. Yes, I do know the person. I haven't seen this person in over 35-something years.
Who? You were flabbergasted? What does that mean, flabbergasted? Who said anything about flabbergasted? Flabbergasted is a long word.
We were kids. We still ain't seen each other.
Her
This
children
was-
were asking about my husband.
How
Her
is that possible?
children-
They never seen me.
Well,
Well,
here's the thing. Clearly,
We're not going to get a response
No, we're not.
up and down about
this
this woman.
Are there any other women that you're concerned about?
Let the church stay. Okay, 17 years, 17 different women. But we're only going to go
17 different women? Oh, Lord have mercy.
to this one. I had family members, neighbor tell me he was
Mhm.
sleeping with the other neighbor.
Oh, God.
How do they know this?
How do
He was
they know
creeping
that?
around on his peeping Tom that day, I suppose, this friend of the family. And the friend of the family said he heard noises from the window, and he was on his peeping Tom, and he was peeping in the window, and he told me he seen my husband sleeping with the neighbor.
Saw it with his
saw
own
it with
eyes.
his
Saw
own
with
eyes.
his own eyes.
And called you and told you
that?
this?
He waited for me to come around and tell me.
Okay, so he says he
Oh.
heard
Noises.
noises.
So I guess he was doing a good job that time.
So
Mm.
this friend heard noises.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And he goes up and looks.
He looks through the window and he tells me my husband was blowing her back out.
Blowing her back out.
Those were his words exactly.
That he saw with his own eyes.
That's
That's what he said.
Okay, Mr. Anderson,
Yes, sir.
were you giving it to the neighbor real good?
No. Notice she said this person was the peeping Tom, which sound kind of creepy, don't you?
It
Well,
does.
I was
all
going
right.
to say,
Exactly.
Mm.
All right, now, first of all, I know this man. Have you seen my wife? Beautiful woman. This man see what I see, but can't have what I got. So, of course, a person like that, that's always trying to get with my queen, gonna say what he wanna say. I'm a smart man. Why would I go to the neighbor house and make it so that any and everybody can see it? I'm not that stupid. But again, he was after this.
I gotta
say, Mr. Cutler,
it is
it is
creepy
creepy.
that a man says,
friend
a
says-
friend says, hey, I heard sexual
Sexual
noises.
noises.
I went to see
See
what was
what's happening.
happening.
Thank you.
But can I say this? It wasn't
Yes.
one story. It was a combination, a compilation of him acting crazy and the guy telling me that.
And so all
a
of these
combination.
things,
So for all of these
list
things,
the
the list that you showed us,
and
submitted as exhibit,
you said,
said,
I'm out.
We're
We're
separated.
separated.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
During this separation, is it a
We
have
have
folks
folks
coming? We taking a
coming.
break, and so during
During
the
the
break,
break,
people do whatever they want to do.
We still married. Ain't no such thing as no
No,
break.
no.
And is that your understanding?
Yeah, we don't do that. We
Okay.
don't do that. Nah, we don't do that.
Your testimony to this court is you have not messed around during your separation.
No, not at all.
And you're also telling this court that you have not messed around during your entire 17-year marriage.
Exactly.
Correct?
Correct. Correct.
I don't care.
And Miss Allen, you're shaking your head no.
No, because
As
No.
he's answering the question, you're shaking your head no.
that's a lie. You shouldn't lie in court.
Man.
It is because of this, or because of that's a lie, Mr. Anderson. You should never lie in court, and you're gonna go and to your mama or to yourself.
So,
Judge Cutler?
Mr. Cutler, what we have
Judge
is
Cutler,
a marriage.
we have a marriage
They
on
have
the
been
line.
separated
They've been
for over a
separated
year.
for over a year.
This separation
Came about because of
years of distrust. It sounds like on the part of
Miss
Miss Allen.
Allen.
It all
Right
rides
on this today.
Will she file those divorce papers when she first start? When we first started?
Don't find out.
Or they're
Or
gonna
are they
go
going
home
home
together.
We have these unanswered questions.
Yeah, we do.
And to address these unanswered questions, this
Mhm.
court has done a full and a complete investigation. At this time, the court will call a certified polygraph examiner, Dave Lawrence, to determine
is
he
he
cheated.
cheating?
Good day, Mr. Lawrence. How are you?
It's fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, sir. I'm a retired 30-year law enforcement veteran. I've been a polygraph examiner for the past 26 years. I've conducted thousands of various types of polygraph exams.
Now, you conducted a polygraph
With
examination on Mr. Anderson. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
Let's take a
You
look at
asked
the
Mr.
first
Anderson,
question that
since
you asked.
beginning your relationship with Miss Allen, Have you had sexual intercourse with a woman you were communicating with in Georgia? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine, please?
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive.
Hmm.
Woo.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Breathe.
Take a deep
You
breath,
asked
Miss
Mr. Anderson,
Allen.
have you had sexual intercourse with the woman who is the neighbor of Miss Allen's relative? What was his response?
He said no.
What
What
did the lie detector
determine, please?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive.
Wow.
Wow, for
For
real?
My bad.
You're bad.
You're bad? Is
Is
you
you
serious?
serious?
Deceptive ain't the same thing to me. as
Deceptive mean lie.
Come to find
Now
out,
you're
was
with everybody. Everybody.
You don't even got that much money and to spread around.
Exactly. You shouldn't.
Okay,
I'm
hold on.
sorry.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Oh snap, Mr. Anderson. Miss Allen cursed you out. The only reason why you're gonna make a she cursed you out is because the audience was letting her able to curse you out. Because you deserve that. Because you were being deceptive and Omega with those 2 result questions because you have not been truthful at all. And Miss Allen, you came here for answers and they're not the answers you wanted to hear. So where do we go from here?
Anderson,
Yes, man.
I don't even have words. You knocked it
it
out of the park. You got a perfect score.
I guess so.
The wrong score, but the perfect score at that.
Apparently. I'm sorry that anything that I've done hurt her because it was never my intention to hurt her.
It's probably
I guess
never your
your
intention
intention
to
to
get
get
caught.
caught,
That ain't
yeah.
all what it was.
not
That's
no,
probably
not-
what it was.
Yes. Yes. What if I did you like that? What if I screwed around and came
The
home
truth
to
of the
you?
matter is I don't
That's
know
not
what you do
fair.
because you never come home.
I wonder why.
Well, then,
What I'm coming home to.
you
All
right.
right.
Excuse me.
Ms. Allen?
Ms.
you
Allen, you
to
came
get
here
some
for
answers.
answers. They're
You
not the
got
answers
answers.
you wanted to
This
hear.
is a 17-year
relationship on the line.
What are you
What are
going
you
to
gonna
do?
do?
I'm done. I'm beautiful. I can date. I have plenty of options. I'm going to take those options.
You can't
Realistically,
realistically go forward
with
someone
somebody
who refuses to hold
himself
himself
accountable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
We have counselors,
We have
Both of you
counselors and both of
probably
you are
need to
going
see
to
it.
see them.
but whatever it is,
And
Dr.
Dr. Jeff has the remedy
for
for you, Miss Allen.
Go and talk
to him.
And as
We say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, fulfilled relationship. Court is adjourned. You're welcome.